Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be starting our Brownie Cybersecurity Basics badge. So for our first activity, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil. So go ahead and start drawing a picture of yourself following a safety rule that you use in your everyday life. So maybe your picture is you wearing your seatbelt in the car, or maybe it's you looking both ways before you cross the street. Or maybe you're helping an adult in the kitchen and you've asked before using a knife. Can you think of any safety rules that you follow at school? I can think of a couple, like being safe with scissors and walking in the hallway. So while you're drawing your picture, I'm going to talk a little bit about what cybersecurity means. Cybersecurity is a big word that means computer safety. Cyber means computers, and security means safety. So cybersecurity helps keep our computers safe. Security helps us be safe from harm or danger. So just like the picture that you're drawing, we follow safety rules in our everyday lives. And doing this helps keep us secure, just like cybersecurity keeps computers safe and secure. What are some examples of things that you do to keep yourself safe? I always wear a helmet when I'm riding my bike, and I lock my bike up so it doesn't get stolen. When you use a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, security is just as important. So when we explore cybersecurity, we're going to find out how to protect our information online and how to be safe against some cyber threats. So I've got some questions for you. Has anyone ever heard of IT before? So IT is short for information technology. This is technology like your computer, your tablet, your smartphone, the internet, all of that fun stuff. Many companies have IT departments with IT people whose job it is to keep computers working. Did you know that desktop computers, laptops, tablets, and smartphones are all computers? We call these computers digital devices. Can you think of another example of a digital device? So we've already talked about cell phones, and we've talked about tablets, but what about ways to play games, like maybe a 3DS or a video game console? So you can use the internet on these as well. What do you use your digital devices for? Well, I like to use mine to play games or to talk to people. Sometimes I like to watch stuff or listen to music. What do you think would happen if the internet shut down for 2 days, or all information technology shut down for 2 days? You couldn't use the internet, you couldn't use your computer or your cell phone, you couldn't call people, you couldn't play games on anything. Whew, that would be hard. So I have a bonus question for you. Do you know what the difference is between a username and a password? So a username is something that you would use that's like a special name just for you to go on to use your, maybe your email or to access a game or to access social media. And a password is a secret word that you've set that nobody else knows, and that's your special access to get onto those websites or to get onto those devices. Do you think computers are a big part of your life or a small part of your life? They play a really big part in my life, especially right now. So our next activity is going to be a scavenger hunt. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to talk about your backpack. Your backpack for school. Do you have a lot of stuff in there? I always had a lot of stuff in my backpack for school. Why do you think that it's important to keep all of those things in your backpack safe? And how do you do it? What if everything in your backpack lived on your device, like your smartphone or your tablet? Well, let's play a game to find out what you think that means. So I'm going to tell you a clue, and I want you to walk around your house and see if you can find it. Find something that helps you see in the dark. Ready, go. I found a flashlight. What'd you find? How about something that helps you add up numbers? I found a calculator. What about a thing that you keep your pictures in? Ooh, I have one right here, a photo album. It keeps all of my pictures safe. What about something you listen to? How about a CD? What about a place where you can write down all your thoughts and feelings, or a place where you keep notes for school? I've got one of those right here. How do you know what you're doing every day? Do you write it down somewhere? I have a special book that I write down everything, what I'm doing for the day, phone numbers, addresses, so I always know how to get a hold of somebody. And I have all my notes, so I don't forget. What about something that you watch? I've got one right here. Do you have a place where you keep all of that information for your family so everybody knows what you're doing every day or how to keep track of what's going on the weekends? I've got a big one right here. And this one lives on my fridge, so I know what's going on. Well, what if we had a place to keep all of this stuff so that we always know where it is? I think that all of this information that we found can also be stored on a cell phone or on your tablet. So you'd want to make sure that we're keeping all of this safe and secure so that we don't lose all that information, like what time our soccer game is on Saturday, or if I want to mail grandma a birthday card, I need to know her address. So we want to make sure we keep all of this information safe and secure. So how do we do that? Well, here's a question for you. Have you ever heard of somebody talk about dressing in layers? Maybe mom and dad tell you to dress in layers when you're getting ready to go play because you don't want to be too cold. Well, that's important to do. Do you know anything else that maybe comes in different layers? How about a birthday cake? Lots of different layers. It tastes really good. You gotta try a bunch of different things at one time. What else comes in layers, do you think, huh? What about security? Do you think there should be layers in security on the computer so we can make sure we're safe too? I think that's a great idea. So, our next activity, you're gonna go around your house and find whatever you want to build a castle. So you could use Legos, you could use paper, you could use cups, or maybe toys around the house, or maybe you could make a big fort castle, but just make sure you ask if it's okay first. So we're gonna protect our castle from an attack. This castle is gonna have lots of security layers to protect it. Have you ever seen knights defend a castle? Castles have all kinds of traps and tricks to protect them. So for example, maybe the walls are really high so they're too high to climb. Or maybe there's a big ditch around the castle filled with water. And maybe alligators too. You can draw a picture of your castle or you can build it like we talked about. And make sure that you can explain all of those layers of security so that we can make sure our castle is being extra safe and extra creative, because that's the most fun thing to do. So go ahead and pause the video and then come on back when you're done with your castle. Was that fun or what? Why do you think layers of security are so important? What would happen if you only had one layer of security? On your digital devices, your security is your username and your password. And you protect yourself with these so other people can't use your digital device. Sometimes you can use your fingerprint to get into your digital device, and that's an extra layer of security. What do you mostly use technology for? And what are layers of security that we use in our everyday life? And why do you think they're also important for our computers? Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you had fun.